once again with a bizarre instrument, sort of a dead instrument. These were made, these sorts of things were made a lot in the transitional, it's not even, it's weird, in 20s, I think, teens and 20s, when the history of the 5-string banjo was fraught and crazy and long. I don't gotta get into it. But look, and also the history of the mandolin for that matter, which this crazy instrument holds a little bit of lineage from both. It's sort of like a mandolin-bodied, banjo-necked, Frankenstein crazy instrument. So what do you even call this thing? A banjolin. Usually that means a little banjo with a mandolin neck. That would work, a mandolin banjo. I've heard them called banjorines, but that also just means a little bit. Who knows? Why are we getting hung up on what to call it? The main thing is it's a great, fun, bizarre instrument. A little rundown of how it's made. Another one with a mortise and tenon neck. This one, just crazy on there. This one, you can see the neck block on this little pine neck block here, and it's so pleasing to look at. I love looking down at all the wonderful wood grain there. Oak sides. This one has sort of a reclaimed mahogany, I think Philippine mahogany, that was paneling. I still have a bunch of this stuff. Really, actually, deceptively beautiful stuff, especially once I resawed and refinished it. Really nicely quarter sawn with beautiful ray fleck going all the way across it. More quarter sawn blue pine for the top. Oak neck, carbon fiber reinforcement. Kind of a cool rosette that I made with, I didn't even talk about the rosette on this guy. Anyway, cool rosette I made out of resin and paint and sparkles and stuff, and there's some more of that resin sparkle paint stuff in the inlays on the fretboard, maple fretboard. Little piece of pearl right there. And a pear on the top, because I thought this is such a pear-shaped, I grew up at a pear and apple orchard, and I love those fruits. I'm not embarrassed to say it. Now, so I got a little pear on top here. I have this tuned to Sawmill right now, because I was playing Mole in the Ground. Doy. But of course you could have it up in the typical banjo tuning in the open G. Alright, finally I have it now in open G. Which it's very at home in. And I've made a couple of these mandolin-bodied banjo things, banjorines, whatever you want to call them, and something I figured out in this one is they sound so much better when you put, for a banjo, kind of crazy heavy strings. These are just like normal light guitar strings that I put, like acoustic guitar strings, 12 through, whatever it is. And the difference it makes, because I had sort of medium gauge, still phosphor bronze, but an unwound G string on this earlier, and it sounded so flimsy in comparison to this great big. These strings can really drive this top, and this is only a 25-inch scale, so it makes sense. A normal banjo or whatever is anywhere between 26.5, 27 inches, sometimes up to like 28 in the weird classical banjos or old time. And this is such a more comfortable scale length for me. I have an old Buckby banjo that's 25-inch scale, which is the ladies' scale according to the the Buckby literature. But I digress. So because of that shorter scale, it's so much more at home with guitar strings. And while it's a different feel, certainly, than playing a light strung skinhead banjo, they're cousins, and if you're a multi-instrumentalist, it should be no problem, I think. It feels a lot like when you tune a guitar into Spanish tuning, but you have the drone string, and it's different, it's its own thing, baby. Now, boy, did I leave anything out? I think I covered it. This is another surprising instrument. which is what I'm in it for. I love making something and the excitement of stringing up something that you have no idea really how it's going to turn out. And I was so pleasantly surprised with this batch. And there are more coming. Just stay tuned. If you want to purchase this or any of my other instruments, you can check out my link to my reverb store. You can get in direct contact with me through my website, R.S.Randall.com, and buy some instruments or just check them out. Or just say hi, or just leave comments. I don't know. Hope you have a good day.